being blessed, having all these material things, and say that, hey, God is blessing me. That's not the blessing of God. You can be successful without God in this world, materialistically. And it doesn't mean you have God just because you have a nice house and a car. Remember the rich man and Lazarus. Lazarus was the poor beggar. Imagine, many people today would see a beggar and think like, if he would have Jesus in his life, I'm sure he'll be blessed. He'll have a blessed life. And not that. And that's not true. You can be a poor beggar and die and go to heaven. You can be a rich man and die and end up in hell. That's what the Bible teaches. And that's what Jesus himself taught us of the rich man and Lazarus. Lazarus was the poor beggar. He even had sores. The dogs would lick his wounds. That's how poor, that's how miserable the guy's life was. But this guy was living in accordance to God's will, the law of Moses at the time. And he was eating crumbs that were falling from the rich man's table. This guy was really poor, and he was put before the rich man's gate. The rich man, he was well fed, he had servants, he was always dressed nicely, and he had a great life. A nice family and everything, was taking care of his dogs and stuff like that. The Bible doesn't say the rich man was a bad guy. It just says the guy was rich and he was successful and he was just, well off. It doesn't mean just because you're rich and you're a good person, you're gonna go to heaven.